Todd, Bubba Horwitz is here for our trader rundown to get us up to speed on what's going on with the market action. Hello.
Good morning. Great to be here.
It has been an interesting week to say the least, and now the big banks are reporting in with earnings. Today, JP Morgan leads it off. On Friday, we have Citi, we have Wells Fargo. Do you play the banks ahead of the earnings?
The banks are a very interesting conundrum here because although they're showing their stress test is good and their profits are okay, they're really not making enough money. And this is the issue that nobody likes to talk about, but because they can't lend enough money out, they're really not getting the proper returns, which could lead to some problems. So I'm sure their earnings are going to be good. I wouldn't play them ahead of time. I would actually want to see how they react, because one of the problems we're seeing here is that their lending capacity is down to zero, basically, because they're only taking the money and giving it back to the Fed. So it's really not a great model right now, and that I think could be a bigger problem down the road.
What's making you more money, buying the banks or shorting the banks?
Well, I think right now you're making more money by being short the banks. The banks are nowhere near their all-time highs as the markets are. I think the banks have shown you that there's a lot of concern in the overall economy, because again, it goes back to their lending ability, which is how they make their money. So I think you make more money right now being short the banks, but at some point we will see a turnaround, but that really will require higher interest rates before the banks will actually see a dramatic turnaround.
What are traders thinking will be the next big catalyst in this market? Will it be earnings?
It could be earnings, but I think most people believe that it's going to be the sixth consecutive quarter where earnings are not going to be great. However, we keep setting the bar so low that they reward companies for beating less than expected earnings. So it could be this earnings season. I think more likely than not will be any rhetoric out of the Fed will be the next driving force.
What trades will you be looking forward to put on today potentially?
I think I will look at the banks as they report and look to see if there's some activity there. I think that I want to look at Amazon. You know, they had their big Prime Day on Tuesday, and they've been under a little bit of pressure, and they had actually a little problem on Tuesday. I think they're probably have reached a peak, and I think I want to look at Google as a potential short as well.
A short on Google. Okay, good to have you here. Thank you.
Great to be here. Thank you.